What's up, Elite Nation? We're here at the compound with fellow coach Nancy Bouchard, and this is your monthly gauntlet. Okay, so monthly gauntlet. We got this idea for the challenge from a friend of mine who recently came to me, was looking to prep for the York test. So the guys that don't know what the York test is, it's the final exam for the firefighters. Basically their end test to determine whether they get hired onto the force or not. Okay, so the first thing that they were looking at doing was VO2 max. VO2 max is a test for basically your aerobic capacity, so maximum oxygen consumption. Okay, so how we're going to do that, instead of just running the piss out of her, we're actually going to put her through high intensity interval training. Okay, to prep for the VO2 max, we use a combination of prowler sprints and kettlebell swings. 40 seconds of high intensity with a 20-second break. Okay, so the second test she was put through was stair climb. So what we're going to do to simulate the air tank and hose that she used is we have a weighted vest, some chains, and a sandbag. So the third test was a ladder lift. So she has a ladder roughly shoulder height in front of her that she has to take off the rungs, set it down, and put it back up on the wall without bumping anything or causing a lot of racket. So what we're going to do to make that a little bit tougher is we're just going to take two barbells to eliminate the stability of the ladder and just have her press those up and down a few times to simulate that motion. Okay, so the fourth test was what they call dummy drag. What we're going to use is a sandbag and a prowler to help simulate dragging a victim away from a potential fire or just to general place of safety. Okay, fifth is a weighted sled drag. That's going to simulate actually taking some of that heavy equipment and bringing it to the area where it's needed. Okay, sixth is a rope pull. This one is designed to simulate pulling the hose up a bunch of flights of stairs. So what we did with this one to make it a little more difficult for her is we sort of took that base of stability away from her, so where she gets planted in her feet. We're going to do that on a tire from an elevation, just to take that stability away. Okay, and last is forced entry. So what we're going to do are sledgehammer smashes to simulate actually like kicking in doors and being able to enter a burning building. There you go.
I wish it didn't, I wish it didn't, I wish it didn't, I wish it didn't end this way. I wish it didn't, I wish it didn't, I wish it didn't, I wish it didn't end this way. I wish it didn't, I wish it didn't, I wish it didn't, I wish it didn't end this way. I wish it didn't, I wish it didn't.
So high intensity interval training is effective because it feeds off two different energy systems, the aerobic and the anaerobic. Now, we're all probably familiar with the aerobic system, long endurance type activity. The anaerobic, however, is more for short bursts of explosive energy. The thing with this is it works without oxygen, so as a result it creates a byproduct called lactic acid. And when the lactic acid builds up, what's actually happening is you're creating like an oxygen debt in your muscles. So when you stop and take that 20-second break, the recovery time, that's when your heart and lungs go to work to sort of repay that debt. Okay, so the more lactic acid we can produce during practice, the more time your body has to adapt to it and become more efficient at breaking that lactic acid down. So this means the athlete can perform at a higher intensity for longer periods of time before pain or fatigue slows them down. Okay, so that was our Gauntlet challenge. Visit our website for full details, www.elitex.ca. Let us know if you're going to participate and let us know how you're progressing.